Certainly wouldn't have been prepared for any kind of immediate success when I started. I just wasn't mature enough to handle anything more than what I was getting at the time. And I think in life sometimes you do get what you want. I'm sure there'll be people who will argue with that, but people tend to either settle for or they get the life that they want. That's not to say that I always thought that I would have this life, because I never really pointed towards that. But I don't know. It's, life tends to go in peculiar ways. That some people can learn a great deal from a university course in acting, for instance, and other people get nothing from it.
You must get a kind of ironic satisfaction from the fact that at Pasadena, at acting school, you and a young unknown called Dustin Hoffman were voted the two students least likely to succeed?
Yes. I don't know if it gives me any real satisfaction in terms of the school, but certainly look back on those days as, with fondness, even though I didn't get a lot of encouragement as an actor. I've been very lucky in terms of my career, that I've gotten into a position where I can kind of do what I wanted. But unfortunately, I can't shoot all the films in my backyard, which I would really like to do, because I've been traveling now for about 12 years and I'm really tired of it. I'm away from my family. Last year I was away about 6 months of the year. This year I'll be away probably 3 or 4 months, and it takes a toll.
The most recent absence from his family is caused by the fact that he's here in Spain, playing the part of a major in the latest French Foreign Legion film called March or Die. Did he enjoy acting in this kind of action-adventure movie?
Well, it doesn't matter whether I like it so much as whether or not that's what the vogue seems to be, that we're into that genre right now, and there doesn't seem to be much of a place for the really, what I would consider, as far as an actor is concerned, exciting character pieces and that kind of thing.
Got films like The Conversation.
Films like The Conversation will be very difficult to be made now, I think, for a while at least.
Do you ever wonder why it should have happened to you? Because you're not really in the kind of pretty mould of Robert Redford of the superstar, are you?
Did you think? No, I thought I was.
Perhaps you're not quite as pretty as Robert Redford. Do you think that the average American, for instance, identifies with you more than he does with Redford or McQueen?
I have no idea. I ask myself that every morning when I shave. What are you doing in this business? You're on a pass. Go steal the money before they finally take a good hard look at you. I don't know. That's really a mystery to me. That's really a mystery, and I'm afraid if I examine that too closely, it'll really start frightening me. It's the film business, Who in the hell knows what makes people tick or what makes people go on? I know that my background as a performer on stage in New York certainly has held me in good stead, and I feel as a performer that I have a certain amount of energy.
Have you got accustomed now to the kind of superstar status that you enjoy at the present? Or do you still occasionally feel surprised at all the things that have happened to you in the last few years?
Certainly there are things that are offered to you and things that you can do and that are special. But you tend to say, yeah, that's special, but I don't know what it has to do with me. I've been in the business about 21 years, and it came along gradually for me. So you kind of become accustomed to staying in fine hotels and first class service and first class airfare, and you get very accustomed to that. And when someone asks you a question like that, you say, I don't know exactly what you mean. What treatment are you talking about?
I understand your next film is going to be Superman with Marlon Brando. You're looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to it tremendously. I guess I'm in the business because of Marlon. His first film, The Men, and was very taken by that. So I was very affected by him, and I'm looking forward to being in the film with him. My character is, I play Luthor, the kind of arch villain. He's a very funny character too, and it's an interesting concept, that film. I would hope that that would work for an audience, because it's pure entertainment. You know?
Yes, I think one tends to overlook the fact that you are actually very skilled. That must be agony.
Yes, but conversely, when it's working, it's great fun.
Do you ever wonder what of the future? Do you see yourself becoming a famous old actor full of years and honours, or
No,
getting out of the business?
I would hope not. It's very difficult for American actors, I think, to retire kind of gracefully and take lesser parts and become a character actor. The business is, I think, rather cruel in those terms, that you're either here or you're there. There's no in between. One of the few exceptions, I would say, would probably be Henry Fonda, who has managed to still create a career for himself and take acceptable kinds of roles, and he's still a respected actor. But by and large, I would say that most people they don't fade away, they just really drop away. And I would hate to be, you know, having to make rounds and say I really need the work, and I'd just like to stop, I think.